From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy. The Vatican says Pope Francis is still in critical condition, while blood tests have found early signs of kidney failure. The Vatican says the Pope remains alert and well-oriented. Prayers for him have poured in from around the world, from his native Argentina to the seat of the Sunni Islam in Cairo. In New York, Cardinal Timothy Dolan says what many in Rome refused to say publicly: the Catholic faithful are united at the bedside of a dying father. Canada's busiest airport is now back up and running normally after Delta Airlines' wreck was cleared from Pearson International Airport's runways. A spokesperson says operations are back to normal a week after the crash landing that sent 21 people to hospital and led to delays and travel disruptions for days. A final cleanup is still underway at a second runway that was affected by the crash, and it's expected to be reopened soon. All 76 passengers and 4 crew members survived when the plane skidded and flipped over on the runway, bursting into flames. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will be in Ukraine as the country marks its 3rd anniversary of the Russian invasion tomorrow.
This is Justin Trudeau's 4th visit to the embattled country, and it'll be his last as Prime Minister. He'll be replaced as Liberal leader early next month. Trudeau will attend a summit organized by President Vladimir Zelensky, which will involve other world leaders and European commissioners, some attending in person and others virtually. Zelensky confirmed a meeting with Trudeau at a news conference and that the summit will discuss peace, security, and the future. Bill Graveland, The Canadian Press, Kyiv.
There's only a week left in the Israel-Hamas ceasefire first phase, and no negotiations have been reported on the second phase. The truce's collapse could lead to a renewed surge in fighting in Gaza, where Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says 63 hostages still remain. About half of them are believed to be dead. Dalia Kusnir's husband was released from Hamas a week ago.
He might be physically okay, but it's very hard for us to deal with the rest and to start rehabilitation because he just wants to join the effort to free all the rest.
Orn is an Israeli-Argentinian who was taken captive along with his brother who was staying with him at the time. Thousands of civilian U.S. government workers could lose their Defense Department jobs this week.
Republican Congressman Mike Lawler of New York tells ABC's This Week he doesn't know why people are surprised that President Trump fired the chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and other senior military leaders.
They're not exempt from failure or the need for a change in direction.
Senator Jack Reed of Rhode Island, the ranking Democrat on the Senate Armed Services Committee, said he's concerned about the administration firing the military's advocates general.
If you're going to break the law, the first thing you do is you get rid of the lawyers.
He says the White House wants a beholden Defense Department. Brian Clark, ABC News.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Washington Capitals are back on top of the NHL's overall standings. Alex Ovechkin had a hat-trick in Washington's 7-3 win over Edmonton with 882 career goals. He's now 13 away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's NHL record. The Pittsburgh Penguins and New York Rangers are underway in an NHL matinee. The Canadian teams in action this evening include Toronto in Chicago, Vancouver at Utah, and Calgary home to San Jose. The Canucks currently hold the second wildcard spot in the Western Conference. Toronto Blue Jays put up 6 runs in the 9th inning of an 8-7 preseason win over Boston. Alex Rodin had 2 doubles for the Blue Jays, who opened their Grapefruit League schedule with a pair of victories. In the NBA, the Toronto Raptors entertain the Phoenix Suns this evening. Veteran outfielder Kevin Pillar is joining the Texas Rangers on a minor league contract with an invite to the big league camp in spring training. From the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.